The world moves pretty fast. 1 minute you're standing, the next you're dragging. How can you keep up? I'll tell you. I'm Ira Madison III, host of Keep It. Each week, Louis Vertel, Aida Osman, and I do the hard work of exploring the intersection between entertainment, culture, and politics, with guests like Billy Porter, Catherine O'Hara, Ronan Farrow, Francesca Ramsey, and more. New episodes of Keep It drop every Wednesday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
How's your mental health? I'm listening with Dr. Christine Moutier.
Mental health is a part of all of our lives. It's something that we can learn about. We can find safe ways to get support and to really deepen our own knowledge of how do we turn that idea that mental health is just like our physical health, it's a part of our lives, into actionable strategies to actually live better and to reduce our risk for suicide.
Explore more at imlistening.org.
Sarah and Vinny on Alice at 97.3.
Well, yay! That's fun. Cigarettes and Valentine's. Hi, Vinny.
Hey.
I want to say something before we get started here.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Uh-oh. What's it gonna be?
What is it gonna be?
I would like to say that, obviously, look, the last couple of years have been really hard for everybody. And it's, some people survived it better than others, and some people crashed and burned. And I would like to say thank you to our listeners for sticking with us through the whole thing, because it means the world to us. It's the only reason we do, we'd be blabbing away at our houses, but if there was no one listening to us, what would the point be? It's like screaming down a well, Thanks. Thank you for listening to us, and we love you.
If we don't say it enough, play this back.
Yeah, just play this. Put this on repeat. Make this your ringtone. Just so you know, I love you.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. And I don't know if we say it enough, but I do believe that.
Well, once in a while, we get a nice reminder of how great you are and how much you listen. And it's incredible. Yep. Honestly, I mean, I'm coming up on 25 years in this exact chair with the stains all over it. And I'm amazed all the time. I remember getting this job at age 30 and thinking, well, I'm older now, so I'll go work on the hot AC. I'll work on Alice, and, who knows how long this radio thing can last. Now I'm pushing freaking 60. What the F?
Double nickels.
Double nickels, baby. It's all downhill from here.
Brand, can you edit out the pushing 60? I don't even want to hear that right now. Oh, my God.
Well, listen, I'm married to a dude who's a couple years older than me, too. So it's like we're looking right down the barrel. We each have a barrel to look down.
I hear you. I just got called grandpa by somebody, okay? I know what you're talking
about.
Embrace
it. It's amazing.
I don't want to embrace it. I don't. God.
Woo! Anyway.
I have to shave or gray hair grows on my face.
Oh, that happens to all of us.
That's all right.
Is it happening to you, Bryn? You liar.
Not on my face, but
okay.
I was
embrace the gray.
It was pointed out to me recently as well. Not on my face, though.
I remember. Do you remember?
Oh, no.
You remember Alex
You got
Bennett?
gray pubes?
Oh, nice. Gray pubes?
Exactly.
You're not even 40.
It's only a couple.
Maybe he'll go all white down there. That'd be nice.
That'd be dumb.
That'd be great. Pulls his pants out, it's like a ghost penis.
Oh, what just happened,
I don't know.
Sarah? Don't say that ever again. Keep it. Save that one for home.
Do you remember when we first got here and Alex Bennett was on the air?
I do.
Live 105. Mm-hmm. And he was the age we are now, right? So look, the guy.
Is that right?
Basically, yeah. I mean, he was. I remember actually going. The guy's in there talking about how his beard is going gray.
Oh,
forget that guy.
I don't
whippersnappers that we were. Guy's a legend.
Yeah, I knew of his sort of history and that he'd accomplished quite a bit. And I never really heard him because we were trying to survive.
Well, we were doing a show, so there was no listening to the competition because we were on.
I still don't do that, though.
I am with you, and one of the main reasons I don't listen to other morning shows is I don't want to be influenced by them. Like, sometimes even just watching late night shows, like I hear their jokes, and I like their they'll do a story we've done, and I hear their take on it, and of course they had all day and writers. We just read the story and riff.
Right.
We're jazz over here.
Yeah, we are full on, like, kind of crappy jazz, you know? Like, those guys are just noodling.
Right.
But it's, I hate, because I am super influenced by the people I
too.
hear and the things that I watch, and I like to be able to give a fresh take.
This is
on
what I
whatever it
think.
is.
I think when you start out, you almost wear your influences on your sleeve. It's like
Absolutely.
musicians; they do cover songs
to
begin with before
that's how
they're
you learn,
able to.
right.
Exactly. So I had strong influences, really good people that I was able to learn from. But you don't want to be.
You don't want to be a
find
parrot.
yourself saying something that you go, oh, I heard that somewhere, and.
Right. I
Now
don't
it just
know
came out
exactly
of my
where,
mouth into a microphone.
and other people undoubtedly
Yeah,
heard
I'm
it.
very careful of that
Yeah.
because yes,
Yes.
I agree with you.
Right. Anyway, I'd like to apologize to Alex Bennett for giving him crap for being old, because it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
You will not escape it, kid. Just when you think it's not going to happen to you, it happens to you. Anyway, I personally am in a good place because
good.
I saw what our listeners gave us, and
Oh.
I love them and appreciate them. You are listening right now at 5:51 in the morning. What's wrong with you? You know? Thanks.
They can't sleep just like we can't sleep. Or they got work to do.
Or their kid woke them up.
Right.
Right. Whatever it is. Or right. Maybe they're driving home from work. Who knows?
That kid thing. I got up this morning at 3 o'clock. Right?
Yeah.
I was actually up a little bit before that, but went, all right, I'm going to just get up
Yep.
and not rush through my morning routine.
Yeah. I like to have time before I leave.
You know what? An extra half hour will do me good.
Oh, it's great.
I'll put it to use.
Yep.
I get up. I walk into the other room where I do my, computer and whatever is on this desk. And then I hear my kid get up and start her little CD, which is like they're little CD stories from Disney. So she's got one for Cars.
Oh.
And I think they're the CDs that come with the read-along book,
Oh, okay.
which she's
So
not.
you can just listen to the story.
You can listen to the story, absolutely. So there's a little sound that says turn the page if you're reading along, but otherwise it's a story. But she puts that on at 3 a.m. So she got up, turned it on, got back in bed, and then I'm tiptoeing around like I do not want a confrontation right now.
Which kid?
The youngest.
Okay.
The youngest is going through a phase, dude. Oof. She just won't sleep.
Yeah.
She won't go to bed.
Well, their bodies are so. She's growing, and she's like, kids are a mess.
Yeah, she's going through a phase. And they all change. We all know that. You learn that. You sort of go, oh, this doesn't last forever. Okay,
No.
thank God.
Right.
Because,
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, I don't know. She will not go to bed. I fight with her at 9 every night. Don't come in here again. I love you too. Stop saying goodnight to me. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Good night, Dad.
I know, and they're so sweet, but you just want to kick their
Well,
butts
yeah, I
down
mean-
the hall. Get out of here. You're so inconsiderate.
This is the 6th time you've come in here to say goodnight, Dad. Yes, cute as a button. Get out.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be the monster.
Well, be the monster.
I don't wanna be the
The thing
monster,
about being the
Sarah.
monster, though, is that it gives you a pass to be, super sweet all day, and then they know you can't. I mean, it's a boundary.
I know
You
it's
know?
a boundary, but I don't have it in me.
Well, sorry,
So, I
Grandpa.
know.
You're not going to get the sleep you need. Then.
I know. I know a million people in unison went, well, then you get what you deserve. Right.
Yep, there it is.
Right.
How about a lock, Finn?
Oh, I locked the door
Oh
eventually.
yeah, no.
you
The
do?
problem is
Okay.
doors make noise when people are pounding on them.
Right.
It's
That's
not.
No,
true.
she
yeah.
pounds on the door, and actually even my wife was like, through the earplugs and the sound machine, you can hear her. And I'm like, she's a Hassan. What do I got to
Have
tell
you
you
met
about
me?
it? Right. She's making noise, and that's what we do.
Right.
The only quiet person in the house is my wife.
Yeah. She's like yelling at. She's in there yelling at the kids like, "You better stop that right now. You stop it right now.
Hey, be
You don't
quiet.
go
Your
in
dad's
there.
sleeping right now."
You don't go in there with Dad's in there. Like
But
that's.
I want to say goodnight to Daddy.
Yeah.
Why are you yelling so loud?
You know what? I just
She's
want-
so quiet.
Yeah, she is quiet.
Every time this comes up, I think about sitting across from you guys on the shuttle bus back to our cars at the airport.
You think about that?
Yes,
Still?
because she's clearly having an animated conversation with you. We're right across the bus from each other, and I can't hear her. I can't even hear her. I can't even hear the murmur of her voice. And then she says something that's really funny. And you go, well, I was telling him that. And then the other thing was that he came rolling by me, and then she's all like full on, hands moving, animated, talking to you with zero volume. And then Vinny, oh my, that was a good one when that happened. Oh boy. I'm like, oh my God.
The previous story is only slightly exaggerated, but
no, zero exaggeration.
Oh, come on!
I'm telling you, it was.
Get out of here!
It was night and day, sitting next to each other, right across from me.
Anyway, so yeah, that was that's a nightly deal, and this morning it was that.
Well, it's good that she gets up and puts something on to self-soothe.
I didn't have a confrontation, which was really good. Thank
Kid's
goodness.
going to be exhausted today. Didn't go to bed till well after 9.
Yeah.
She's up at 3 a.m. playing her CD.
Well, and then she'll fall back asleep, and then she'll be like, don't wake me up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm finally asleep. I know. Kids they're like cats. They fall asleep at all the, wherever they are, just, and then they're up all night.
So listen.
Yeah.
Yesterday I got out.
Yeah.
And it might have been the nicest day in the whole entire
beautiful.
world.
Gorgeous.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Super sunny, really warm, perfect, not too windy.
Yeah.
I got out for a surf, got some exercise, and just came in and was looking around going, sometimes it feels like the world is going to hell. Like, you just hear enough stories that are coming in at you, and you think,
all the bad news,
good
right?
grief. And then you go and have a moment like that, and you're reminded very quickly, like, okay, still the best thing in the world to be alive and enjoy and soaking it in.
Right. I know. I always think that about sunshine. Like it's so important. Like I mean, clearly, right? But even just for your sanity, like there's something about, and I love that it's something that all human beings share, that on a perfect day when you close your eyes and you lift your face to the sun and you just that perfect warmth, and it's available to all of us, and it doesn't matter rich or poor. You know, no matter what your situation is, that's our sun up there.
Mm-hmm.
Love that thing.
You're wealthy.
If you're breathing, you're wealthy. Yeah. Take a moment to be grateful. I was reading something from Michael J. Fox. He's had Parkinson's now for 30 years, and he was talking about how he's an optimist, and he's like, because I make a point of being grateful for the things around me. Like he said, if you can't be an optimist if you don't have gratitude. Like you've got to look for things to be grateful. If nothing's hitting you over the face, like just, like you don't have your health. He doesn't have his health. So he looks for other things, his family or, whatever it is to be grateful for. And it was, I'm really butchering it, but if you're looking for something kind of inspiring, I loved that story yesterday. I just read through it, and it's not really a story to report, like this guy's grateful and he's optimistic, but it made me feel good.
It's a good lesson because he could be...
Oh, rightfully so. He could be whining all the time.
Well, there's a guy who worked his butt off.
Yep.
Got to the top of his industry, and then out of nowhere his body attacks him,
yeah.
and he's...
And young, too.
His entire life is changed. And I don't know enough about that to understand, what is that? Is that just your 1 in a million shot that happens to you? Or did he chew paint when he was a kid? I don't know what brings that on.
I don't know if Parkinson's is like, hereditary or if it's random.
That's what,
Yeah. I don't know. But I do know that it comes in different degrees. And then there's an array of medications, all with their side effects. Like he was saying, he doesn't take the one that stops your shaking because then he can't talk.
Yeah, and he's probably been through all that to find that out the hard way, right?
And I mean, it hit him pretty young. Like they say, he hit it for the first few years. Like he was still, I think he was on Spin City, at the time, and continued to work afterward, and just
is that the gig he left and Charlie Sheen took over?
Possibly.
Is that what happened on that show? I think that's what happened, isn't it?
Yeah, that was. I watched it early, but I don't know that I
may be
watched it
crazy.
No, I think that sounds right, Vin.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh my God!
Was he originally on that, or did he come in and take over after? Yeah, I think he was original to that.
I think Spin City was Michael J. Fox's show, and then he left it because of his diagnosis. And I think that was Charlie Sheen's first sort of
big
gig back.
Yeah. Oh.
No, because listen, Charlie Sheen, this is what I know of the guy's story. He'd had enough problems in his youth that he'd kind of gotten himself cleaned up.
Right.
And I don't know that it was, I don't know what I remember hearing him talk about how he'd already been through this drug problem and quit.
Yeah.
And then had some success. But the success, like many people, it undoes their sobriety, for lack of a better word.
Well, there you are, rich, famous. You can't go anywhere because you get hounded, and you've got access to hookers and coke.
And then he got back on that, and that's when we saw the biggest meltdown in the history of meltdowns.
That was an insanely fascinating meltdown. The Tiger Blood, the world tour, where he basically got on stage and yelled at people after. I mean, that was, wow.
But that was only brought about because he was fired.
Right.
Because he was a mess from what we hear, and they were just figuring out how to get through these episodes.
Right. That they were shooting in front of a live audience too. I mean, it wasn't like this was a super private
Somebody give him
spectacle.
something to hold on to.
Right. Because he's going to fall. Let's put it, we've got a well-placed chair here for him to put a hand on.
Anyway, sorry, that just I just had this weird flash that I think Charlie came back and took over that show when he left.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
it's funny because I can't even remember the premise of Spin City.
There were politicians,
Yeah,
weren't they?
yeah. And then what?
That's it.
Oh,
And maybe Heather Locklear was on that show too.
that sounds right.
Does it?
Yes.
I'm guessing it's Steph now, though, I think.
I think that's right. And I think that he wasn't
That is right.
he wasn't a politician.
No, they were like
the staff.
Right.
Like the publicity
yes,
staff.
right. Spin City.
Right. Oh yeah, you're right. They're putting the spin on stuff.
Right.
Look at that. We figured it out. A TV show
We're
from
ridiculous.
90s.
You know, yesterday
Or
as we
whatever.
meandered our way through a herpes conversation on the Secret
Jesus.
Show.
Oh,
My
that
God.
thing. Did we hear back from anyone on that?
I got a couple of messages.
All right. I can't wait. Oh,
Are
by
they
the way.
hostile?
I hope so.
No, not really.
No, I hope they are. Tomorrow on the Secret Show, V Hill's going to be on.
Oh, good.
Oh,
So that'll be fun. We haven't talked to V in a while. And, of course, with Nikki's big news, we need to...
Nikki's big.
Rub it in her face.
Yeah, we need to get her take on it. You know, I don't think she knows. She and Nikki used to talk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Vinny.
What is Nikki's big news?
As if you didn't know.
I don't know.
People have to listen to the Secret
I'm
Show
trying to
find
say I don't know.
out. Listen to
What does that mean?
Monday.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Monday's Secret? No, Tuesday's Secret Show.
Was it
Right,
Tuesday?
because
Does
Yeah,
Coco
Tuesday.
have an
Tuesday.
announcement to make?
she made
Oh,
it.
does she?
She didn't make an announcement. We dragged it out of her on Tuesday's Secret Show, which you've missed. It'll drop.
guess I missed it.
It'll drop on Friday as a
right there, Vin.
podcast.
I don't know that I was.
I believe you were asking the questions. Actually.
What?
Yeah.
Well, some of the questions. I mean, we were all pretty
Well,
torturous.
You led with it because people wrote in about it. The texters wrote in about
Right, because somebody had spotted her somewhere.
it. Mm-hmm. That's right.
I still don't remember.
Yeah. Well, you have to go back on Friday when all 5 episodes drop as podcasts.
Okay.
And then go back to Tuesday's episode.
By the way, and I don't want to make trouble, but
Go ahead and make some
speaking
trouble.
about it, the people texting in, someone wrote in and said, I don't know why you, apparently on our sites, maybe it's the Facebook fan page,
Okay.
people keep posting our secret shows. So they're available already.
Oh, so people can. So they're taping them
So-
and. Well,
I don't
They're cheating? They're taking away from our numbers, though. That's
yeah,
not
you
cool.
guys, you're taking away from our numbers.
I
if you
don't
listen
know.
that way.
I don't know about it other than it was texted to me and I went, I should check that out, and then forgot all about it.
Yeah.
And it just occurred to me again that, oh yeah, as you're saying it's only available on Fridays, someone wrote in and said, why do you keep saying that? They're available on your page.
Yeah, they're
and
not.
I went,
That is
crunch.
actually not our page.
Right.
But we do appreciate that people care about us enough to have a fan page, so I'm not going to bitch about that. But I
Right.
will say, please listen to them through the
So,
Odyssey
Coco
sources.
just informed me that she does know about it. They're not posting the actual audio. They're posting spoilers. So they're just posting what the show's about. Because there's a lot of discussion going on those pages.
so
about,
they're
like,
talking about
Yeah,
it.
maybe they missed the show and they go, hey, what happened? And I heard about Coco's situation. What's that about? And
Oh,
maybe
so they're
posting-
speculating about that.
Right. And somebody who
Is it
has
it's
listened
called the unofficial Sarah and Vinny Facebook
Yeah,
club
I
or
believe so.
something? Yeah.
The unofficial Sarah and Vinny Facebook page.
I joined it a couple years ago, and I go there never.
I'm an admin on it.
You're an admin on it?
Oh, good.
Whoever's the admin added me as a co-admin. I
Oh.
guess.
Smart.
Yeah. So
I just honestly, I think I'm gonna. This whole social media thing, like I have so many thoughts about it. Like I really feel like it doesn't do me any good. Like
it's
in my
okay,
life,
Sarah. You can take a break from it.
Yeah, I'm
Just-
taking a
just
break
Take
from
a short.
So don't be bummed if I didn't answer. Like, and then people get downright hostile if you've had a conversation with them on your direct messages on Instagram, and then you didn't look at your Instagram for a week, and they're mad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can't.
Well, that's all you have to say.
Yeah.
They don't
can't
know
be-
if they're being ignored, and
I'm not
and so many
ignoring.
people
I don't ignore
use
people.
it not just daily, but by the minute.
Hourly, right?
I'll tell you what, I look at Instagram every day,
Yeah.
but I don't have any. What do they call those? Alerts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Notifications.
Oh, yeah, zero notifications.
I have no notifications.
I don't want that,
want any
right.
part of that. So when I get to it, I look and I absolutely do. But I can't. Other people might have notifications set, and so they're like, "I know you're getting my message." Not necessarily.
Right.
Not everybody
You gotta
has
actually
notifications set.
And I'll tell you something. The more messages I have, the less likely I am to look. It actually bums me out if you go on your Instagram and there's 24 messages. I'm like, I'm not looking at that. I can't. I don't have time.
Jeez.
24 is low, Sarah. You know that.
I know, but it's still that's like kind of my cutoff. Like if it's 20, I'm like, all right. let me forge
Unfortunately,
through it.
because you've sold yourself out so many times on this show, people are like, "Yes, you do have time."
No, I don't. I don't. Yesterday, I spent 3 hours making a kick-ass purse, man. I saw this purse in a catalog. I'm like, I could make that. So I went to the website and looked at all the pieces.
Oh my God, you're my mom. What is with you?
Well, listen, I knocked it out, and it came out great. I'm like, holy crap!
Where's
this
a
is
picture of that
awesome.
on Instagram, Sarah?
I didn't put it on Instagram because I told you I'm not going on social media. I know I should put it up there. I'll show you. I'll send you the pictures.
I always have these flashbacks of me being in a little surf shop when I'm a kid, and I want OPs.
Yeah.
OP shorts. They're that was the short. You wanted OPs, and I have my mom pulling them off the hanger and moving them around and turning them inside out and looking at the. I could make these. I could make you a pair of these in every color for the price of this one pair.
Can you stitch OP on it somewhere? Because that's what I want.
I bet you could.
I
She
know.
probably could have, but I just didn't want any part of it. I just was like, can you please just, these are the ones I want. You can have one of these or 10. I can make you 10 of them. I'll take the one.
I'll take the one.
Can I have the one
Yeah.
pair of light
Homemade
blue
clothes are-
OPs?
They're totally a thing. Like, I remember being a kid, my mom used to make me a ton of clothes until I was old enough to be like, please, no more.
Well, it's custom tailored to you, Sarah.
Yeah, but it's homemade looking. You know?
They're asymmetrical.
Homeless. Look,
Look, they're crooked. What? I don't.
All right, you know what? I'll post up a picture of the
bag?
The bag.
awesome.
I'll put the picture from the catalog, and I'll put the picture from that I made.
Oh.
But I didn't. I made it in different fabric and stuff. And it's just a mock-up to see if I could do it, which I totally could.
All right.
Yeah. All right. KLLC HD1 San Francisco. Sarah and Vinny, Alice's morning show. We will be right back.
It's Thursday.
Thank you. It is Thursday. Oh, hold on a second. I needed to delete these. How do I stop
Did you say
that?
KLLC already?
I did.
Okay.
Didn't I? I thought I
don't
did.
know. You know.
Let me just. Can I just take a second? I'm gonna take a second
How
here.
come we just couldn't play that one?
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still on.
We're
I
on.
hit my button and took my headphones off, and we're still here.
She decided to play another song, I think.
No, I didn't. I actually forgot to delete the songs that I needed to delete to get to this. Okay, so clearly I don't know how this show works because I was actually supposed to play a song.
Yeah, when did we start doing commercials
We didn't.
after our first
I
rap?
guess- what I'm
You know why?
saying.
Because it's so late. I'm like, we must need to do our commercials, but we don't. So I'm going to play a song.
All right.
And then or maybe we could just go right into the trash.
Let's just play a song. Let's just take
Really?
a quick
You feel
break.
like that's-
2 minutes.
No,
all right?
okay.
Oh, my Lord.
Sarah and Vinny.
This month on the 11th, French writer Georges Perec once said that nothing is happening all the time. But what's happening when nothing is happening? This month, 3 people spend several days just sitting in one place, watching, listening. A cemetery in Virginia, a cafe in New York, a plaza in Mexico. It's an appreciation of stillness, wandering minds, and the power of observation. That's this month on the 11th. Find the 11th wherever you get your podcasts.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season with 20 to 65% off furniture and mattresses during our after Christmas sale. Relax on the new Rachel Ray Chelsea Queen bed, now $579. And get comfy with the whole fam on the Radley 5-piece sectional, $1,999. Plus, get a free adjustable base or box spring with a qualifying mattress purchase of $599 or more. Now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Hey, I'm Peter Bukowski, host of the Locked On Today podcast. Trying to stay on top of every big story in sports is a full-time job. I know, because it is my full-time job. But it's not yours. That's why we have a network of local experts ready to give you the inside scoop on everything you truly need to know in the sports world. And we do it every day to make sure you're always caught up on the latest and greatest in sports. Listen to the Locked On Today podcast every day on the Odyssey app or wherever you get podcasts.